decision has now been taken by the Supreme Court Constitution Bench to extend the time till 15th of August for the mediation panel to come up with its conclusion on this dispute.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने मीडिएशन कमेटी को 15 अगस्त तक का टाइम दिया है मीडिएशन प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करने के लिए।
अच्छा, और कुछ रिपोर्ट जो आई थी उन पर कुछ कहा?
सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने कहा है कि मीडिएशन कमेटी की जो रिपोर्ट सुप्रीम कोर्ट सामने पेश की गई है उसमें क्या बातें उभर के आई वो पार्टीज को नहीं बता सकते हैं, पर जब मीडिएशन कमेटी पॉजिटिव है, फ्रूटफुल है कि मीडिएशन प्रोसेस हो सकता है तो वो मीडिएशन प्रोसेस नहीं रोकेंगे और 15 अगस्त तक का टाइम दिया मीडिएशन कमेटी को अपना प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करने के लिए।
So things are moving in a positive direction. That is what the mediation panel seems to have submitted to the Supreme Court in its interim report, also asking for more time until 15th of August this year to submit the final report. And the Supreme Court Constitution Bench has granted this time for the panel to submit its final report. Meenakshi is back with us on the phone line. Yes, Meenakshi, we hear that the consensus building is working in the right direction. What can you share with us?
Well, there is optimism in the air, and that is what has reflected in this recourse that the Supreme Court has decided to adopt. Clearly, the Supreme Court is of the opinion, and this is a CJI-led Constitution Bench of the top court of this country. And at the outset, Honorable Chief Justice of India made it very clear that the mediation panel wants to explore it for a little more time, the possibility of finding an amicable solution, and we are inclined to grant it, unquote. Those were the words with which the Supreme Court has put it on further mediation process, for the mediation process to be tried furthermore in this issue. And what is very interesting, Afrida, is the fact that the very fact that the Supreme Court has decided to adopt the mediation process, that has happened because all along we have seen the Supreme Court want this issue to be ironed out in an amicable manner. Remember, when did we first hear the talks of a mediation? That was when Honorable Justice J.S. Kher, a former Chief Justice of India, he had indicated that the Supreme Court would be very happy to see this imbroglio of title dispute being resolved in an amicable manner. Of course, the things panned out differently. And then we saw former Chief Justice of India, Justice Deepak Mishra, also apply a considerable amount of his judicial time towards hearing this conflict. And we've seen divergent points of view emerge. And ultimately, it was the CJI-led bench of Honorable Justice Ram Janmabhoomi-Babri who successfully managed to put the entire dispute for mediation. Even then, certain questions were asked whether or not the outcome of the mediation process would be binding on all parties. The parties themselves agreed that whatever would be concluded as an outcome of the mediation process would be acceptable to them. Subsequent to that, we have seen the mediation process be carried out in Faizabad, where the Supreme Court specifically directed for the state of Uttar Pradesh to provide for the mediators all comfort, all that they would need in terms of travel, their stay, etc. That's been arranged by the state of Uttar Pradesh, and it is there that the mediation process is being conducted. And very, very importantly, Afrida, the Supreme Court put in a stay for a non-telecast or non-broadcast of the mediation process while it was underway, and that has proven to be helpful. And today, of course, we are seeing that there is some aspect which can be ironed out. There is this amount of goodwill perhaps that's been able to be fostered, and that is the reason the mediators feel that it can be explored furthermore, and therefore this time for further mediation to be explored till the 15th of August today has been granted by the top court.